Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
More to the air. Pulls it in. It's Whittington. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. It's not the end of the world. This is not one of those be-all, end-all games that we used to have in a different era. But certainly for the winner, clear shot at a conference title and perhaps a spot in the college football playoff and a bye.
I love it. It's a great show-me week. A lot of adrenaline, a lot of emotion. Like both these squads, really, really good football teams in really good positions in their conference. But, Jesse, after today, there can only be one at one.
Yeah, the picture's going to change, no doubt about it. These two teams both, though, believe they're the best in conference play. Nobody's beat them yet, and they believe...
He's loose. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
We know this defense loves to play a lot of zone coverage, so you're seeing this offense now attacking that. They're letting the receivers find the soft spots in the zones so they can advance the football.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front 7 and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Looking to scramble. And some room to work. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on it if they can stop him on 3rd down. Moore will throw. Oh, they're after him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
We're already in the 1st first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Takes it on the return. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Might be looking to run. Makes a connection. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw after throw. You can see why he was so highly recruited, and if he plays up to that standard week in, week out, Clemson's going to be really tough to beat.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Right back to the well. Across the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Lofts one high and deep. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Now they'll try the right side. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another first down.
They run the football. It's always been the staple. We can go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. He leaves it with his back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
And the Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Using his legs, it's Hughes. Stopped behind the line, and that's pretty much going to offset the gain on the previous play.
And this is every defensive coordinator's dream, right? Watching your defense go out on first down TFL, second down TFL. Now you set up 3rd and long. Everybody knows they're going to throw it, and your pass rushers can pin their ears back. Outstanding job being physical by this defense.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Picked off! What a play by this defense! And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Bringing the heat. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. The Ducks come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Moore to the air. And they can't make the play on third down.
And this offense stays aggressive, and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, third and short, I'd love for you to run it and be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Would have been a long field goal, 54 yards from here, so instead they'll try to move the chains. It's fourth and short. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on fourth down, and it pays off there.
And that just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical fourth down and execute.
They go to the wide receiver screen. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up second and 5, third and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Moore will throw. Steps away to find some room. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and it'll be enough for the first down.
And QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Got it behind the line. It's Moore. Out of bounds he goes. They'll mark it at the 16.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Wants to fire on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Hughes. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The Ducks trying to cash it in on first and goal. Gets it out fast. Touchdown, Ducks! A great catch and run for 6. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary and make that big play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
Gonna swing it on second down. Lofts one deep down the right side. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. A strike downfield. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And on that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Ohio State is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners like Eddie George and Archie Griffin in the pantheon of greats in Columbus. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Alabama. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the back. Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. Buys a little time. Finds his man. It's Moore. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score. But, man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
Running back searching for a hole. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Let's take a second and talk about Clemson. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. He's got it. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Well, they've done nothing on offense so far, but if they can put some points on the board before halftime, it could really change things.
No doubt. Go into the locker room with some good juices, some good vibes, and momentum can switch a game in a heartbeat. But this offense hasn't had much to cheer about yet. That play gives them one play. Now let's go build on it and make something happen before the half.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Unloads to the wideout. Connection to the right. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll toss it to the left. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. That defender reacted immediately when he saw the play and just set his hair on fire toward the ball carrier.
And you got to see those plays. Those plays are very fast. It happens quick. There's no fake to a toss. It's pitching on the outside, trying to get to the wide side of the field. Great job by the defense. You got to set those edges by the defensive end, and everybody fly to the football.
Here comes the heat. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he makes the fair catch deep in his own territory, and he might have a question or two to answer about that decision. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Moore to the air. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And that's back-to-back games this guy's notched a sack, starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
And the Ducks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass on 2nd down. Under fire. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Oh, it's picked off. He was thinking big return, didn't get that. But boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The quick out. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Finds his big tight end. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And backed up, 1st and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. He'll toss it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Gets the back moving. Looking to pass. It's Klubnik. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Timeout, Clemson.
And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. Splits the uprights. Good. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Ducks will kick it away to start the 2nd half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the 2nd half. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll give it to the back. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Grab near the marker, it's Moore. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
For the offense.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow. They don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He's got an open man. There he goes. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Making side adjustments here. From the gun, the ground game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back looking for help. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing quickly to the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense
Trying to get behind the defense. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. Grab near the marker. It's Brown. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Quarterback making adjustments. Toss to the outside. Breaks the tackle. He'll be forced out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
See, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Gives it on the option. Look out, he's got room. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Clemson set up with another first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Shakes off the defender. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
It's second down.
And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
The Tigers need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Tight end now in motion. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And that's why, as a defense, you want to set up third and long situations. You just want to be able to keep the football in front of you. It's okay for that quarterback to hit the running back on that pass. Now you have all those bodies flying to the football, and they're able to make a tackle.
Absolutely perfect. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Top 15 teams colliding, fellas, in a game of massive importance. Let's catch you up to speed. Ohio State is getting handled right now at home. Someone needs to step in here and throw in the towel. Stop this fight. They're trailing by 21 to Alabama. That's where things stand right now. And, of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Using his legs, it's Hughes. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
These corners going to give these receivers some space. Pressure coming. Wide open downfield. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. It's not just the dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Clemson 20, Oregon 14.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. Moore will throw. Looking deep down the right side. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
The play action fake. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
This defense so far, they've understood the mission. The mission is to get this fast, speedy quarterback on the ground. And they've got to him early, they've got to him often, and most importantly, they continue to get him on the ground and create these negative plays for this offense that creates a big hole for him.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Rolling, throwing, looking right. He's got it on the outside. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch inbounds right on the sideline.
Looking downfield on first down. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Palmer? When it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception.
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
He'll pitch it. A A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try the middle. All down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. He'll keep it himself. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
The Tigers are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off the play fake on 1st down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. The play fake. He lets it fly. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Well, the defense is feeling it now, right? 2 picks in 2 straight drives. Their guys have been all over the field making plays when the ball's in the air. D coordinator's got to love that.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. The offense coughs it up. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds.
When you start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, I take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He'll pull it on the read. He had no chance. A host of defenders back there for a loss of 4.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. To the air, it's Klubnik. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Clemson will send the punt team out. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Punt is in the air on 4th down. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Trying to get the corner. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
Thinking about using a timeout right here after that run play. And listen, I get you're trying to keep the defense off guard, but you're losing this game. You've got to throw the football. Now is the time. You've got to be aggressive, trailing in this 2-minute situation.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. Moore to the air. The sweet feet buy a little time. Got his man downfield. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. They get to him as he throws.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to throw again. This time he's got it.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about...
And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Aggressive versus reckless. It's such a fine line when you're trailing and you need to make plays late in the game. The offense was reckless, turned the football over, and this one doesn't look great.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Under a minute to go. Just take a knee here and avoid the potential for disaster.
And we've seen it.
All out of space. Touchdown, Clemson! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game. And guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
For the 2-point try. trying to run it in. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. To do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Moore will throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down.
This offense hasn't had a ton of success today. It's because I think of some of the issues in the passing game. They've never had the rhythm. Protection has been a bit spotty and iffy. Quarterback's got to raise his level of play here late in this 2-minute situation. If they're going to get the win.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Saving every precious second out of bounds with 24 ticks to go. It'll be 1st down.
And this offense is going to have to do more of this, right? They're going to have to be aggressive, attack the sidelines. They're going to need some big plays, trailing late in this football game, but they've also got to be smart and be mindful of the clock.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Got a man. It's Stewart. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Benson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Corners are going to bail. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
That's a 1st down for the offense.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them, that they had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team if they play like that. Moving forward, if they put their A game together in all three phases, this is a team we're going to be talking about very, very late in the season.